Aloha! It's us
Hello.
again for yet another installment of annoying gays talking about the Eurovision.
It's the sequel from Catty Gays talking about Eurovision and Sassy Gays talking about Eurovision.
We like to change it up every episode.
You're in a bonus position this week because you're getting 2 videos in one rather than just the one, because there's been so many entries this week.
We just can't keep up.
I know. If you haven't seen the previous video, which is previous to this, there's a link just here for you to watch it, and that includes the entries from Hungary, Norway, Slovenia, and the United Kingdom.
And you will need to watch that before this one, but you do need to watch the 2 of them, so...
Or you could watch it afterwards, but it's not as good.
Do it in order.
Yeah, why not? It's a bit wrong.
So, in this installment, we have 5 more songs. We're inching closer to having every act and song confirmed.
It's a marathon, really.
We take out the work, so you just have to listen. That's all that you have to do.
And
so,
clink.
we have Finland, Moldova, Latvia,
France and Germany, 2 of the big 5. We have most of the big 5 now, don't we?
We have all of them.
We have all of them, yes. It's just Sweden that we don't have, which is, of course, the host nation, and they're allowed to take a while.
And Australia have to compete this year to get their place in the grand final, so that changes things up as well. So,
and Conchita's announcing it
for
Australia, as
I
in
did
is
not know
revealing it in Australia, because she's down under at the moment, which is quite cool. Anyway,
always a great place to be. On that note, here's song 1. This is Finland.
Complete opposite of Australia.
And it is from Sandhja? I don't know. And it's called Sing It Away.
So, sing it away, please, Sandhja. Patrick made a very good observation about this song.
It's very people reject album track. On that note, here are my thoughts. Sassy. Very sassy.
So sassy.
I thought it was Jessie J first. Thankfully, it wasn't. It sounds like it's a 90s nightclub in Harrogate. It's fun.
Why Harrogate? Okay.
A random UK nightclub in some place. It's nice, it's upbeat, it's catchy, it's infectious, but it's nothing special. Maybe we'll get into the final, I don't know.
Oh, I think it will definitely get into the final. I think I echo everything that you say. I'm completely with you. It's a really, really good song. I instantly was singing along with it, so that's a sing-along ability. Tick. Which is always a good thing. She did make a few faces that looked like Sylvester Stallone halfway through it, which I didn't like. A bit aggressive.
It was quite angry.
Yeah,
performance.
It was. It was quite an angry tension to the whole thing. But I did thoroughly enjoy it, and I think this can do well. Yeah, I think it needs an there's a few problems that I'm having with a lot of the songs lately, that they're giving you about 60%. They're not giving you the full energy, they're not giving you the full pizzazz of it all. And I think this is one of these songs, it just needs the knobs tweaked a teeny weeny bit on it, and it can be brilliant. It can be, us talking glowingly about it. But at the moment, it's not quite there, and thankfully there's a bit of time to sort that out, but, promising.
Yeah, and I think any song that we feel that about probably will, over the time, kind of reinterpret and adjust, so...
Because they're watching.
Yeah, I mean, who else's opinion do you need?
These are public, apparently. Who knows?
Yeah. Song number 2. We have Moldova with Lidia, Isac, and the song is Falling Stars.
Lovely.
Moldova with Falling Stars, Lidia, Isac.
Can we come to me first?
Did the stars align for you, Russell?
flipping love that. I don't know if you can tell by my reaction. Moldova's another one of these countries that we have a bit of a love for because there's always that one or two songs over the years where you just become so obsessed with them, even if they're absolutely diabolical. Yeah. So Lucky from 2011, for example.
Don't you ever call that diabolical.
It didn't do well. It did diabolically statistically. Amazing. But it was amazing. And it has gone down in history as a bit of a joke song, but in our opinion, it was absolutely fantastic. They haven't made it to the final in 2 years as well, and I think this is definitely in the final. This is most definitely one of those songs that, yes, it won't do well. It might get into 20th position or something like that. But this is the type of song that we will add to our Spotify playlist, which you can click into there, and you will listen to it in 2-3 years' time and still sing along with it. It has that kind of longevity to it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I like it a lot, but it won't do well. And I want it in the final, but it won't do well. I sound like Gooey Walsh there.
You deserve to be in the final. The boys like you.
Simon, I can't choose. Yeah. Anyway, Cheryl.
On to Simon.
You're lucky.
There were, again, judging on the performance that we've seen, but there were 2 fans on the stage.
I forgot about that.
I mean, come on, so that's enough already.
As the camera zoomed out like this, it was like fans right there in front of the stage. It was like, you've won. Do you know what? We might as well not have the competition.
Yeah, it was fine. I don't think there's anything special about it. I thought the vocals were fine. Grace Adler is beautiful in the performance, but fine. Pretty so-so for me.
Alright. That's a shame. Because I love her.
Next one.
You'll be listening to this for years, don't you worry, honey. Next one, let's go over to Latvia now. And this song is Justs. Let's say Justs. And Heartbeat, which I believe is a homage to the classic TV show on ITV.
I believe not, so let's find out.
Let's have a listen.
Latvia with Heartbeats. Heartbeat,
just
sorry.
A single heartbeat, not multiple. Interesting.
Any thoughts? Loved that song. I think we've seen maybe the shell of what it could be, though. I think he's an amazing vocalist. This song is really current, really fresh. The performance, I think, leaves a lot to be desired. It's not often that I would say that I would be shocked if they keep that same performance, but I would be shocked if they keep it as stripped back and plain as that, because it is just him on the stage. He's not the most confident or expressive performer, so I'm really excited about that. And they came really high last year. They came 6th, kind of out of nowhere. So everything's in their favour this year.
What about the year before? Cake to Bake. Let's not talk about that one. Yeah, I'm with you on that. A really enjoyable song. I'm not sure it will be able to stand its ground in such a big arena, such as the Globen, with thousands upon thousands of people there. I think it might get a little bit clouded. For some reason, I just don't feel like it's going to have that impact there. It might feel like a one guy on stage thing, unless they make some appropriate changes. But it doesn't warrant dancers. It doesn't warrant gimmicks, almost. There's something...
But yet there's something intrinsic missing, I think.
And I've said before about how songs are only going a certain percentage, with things. I think this one is perfect. He's singing it like it's the final and it's perfect. It just, the performance, everything around it. And unfortunately, with the way the contest has gone in recent years, it is about the performance as much as it is about the song at the end of the day. So... really, really like that. One funny thing to point out, though. a lot of people always joke about the Eurovision Song Contest, and they always say, "Oh, it's so funny when all these countries try and translate their languages into English, and they just get it all wrong." At one point, he says it was all in Wayne. Now, we are assuming it's a bit like when people say "wote" instead of "vote," and he's singing about Vane rather than a boy called Wayne. But there's every possibility he could be singing about a boy called Wayne.
Say that it's not Wayne.
Absolutely. If it is about Wayne, I hope they're very happy together, but I think they might be singing in vain.
Pronounce those W's.
Yes.
Or V's.
Yeah.
Whatever way you want to.
Whatever way you want to.
Now we are on to our 2 remaining Big Fivers.
Yes.
Germany first.
Yeah, let's go for Germany first.
Which is the winner of The Voice Germany incarnation. Her name is Jamie Lee, and the song is... I don't know what the song is.
Ghost.
Ghost.
Fantastic.
Let's hear it.
That was Germany's entry.
Jamie Lee Kriewitz.
Your German's as bad as mine. With Ghost. Noises. I'm a bit torn about this because I'm going to say what I think of it now, and in 3, 4, 5 years' time,
it's that kind of song.
I'm going to listen to this song non-stop. This song is long lasting. This song is going to be one of those that you will listen to for many, many years to come, but will not make an impact in the song contest. Do you get what I mean?
I completely agree with that, I do.
And I hate to say it, because obviously if a song is amazing, you want them to do well, but I don't think this will. It's a gorgeous song. She has stunning vocals. And I was singing along throughout the whole thing, and I didn't feel like I had to give it my undivided attention because it sounded really familiar. And I think that is something that you want with a song in Eurovision. You don't want something that's so out. Sometimes you do, but you don't necessarily want something that's so out there that you have to focus in on everything. That was such an easy listening song. I really loved it. But thereafter, I don't know.
What I want to say about this song is that I'm really interested to see where it's placed performance-wise in the final. I think that if this is in the middle, it will get lost. If it performs in the first 5, it might stand a chance. If it performs last, it will give it a greater chance. I think I think that will tell a lot about the performance. She seems quite a timid, reserved performer, so...
Bear in mind as well, the linked video that we have there is an official video rather than a live performance. So, in a way, it's a bit unequal with the rest of the performance that we have been seeing in most cases, because they have been lives from the national selections and so on. So, just bear that in mind as well. There's been so often we've been burnt by songs where we've thought that the recording, the studio recording, is beyond amazing, and it gets on stage and it's rubbish. So, you know, it comes with a health warning, let's just say.
And it's worth pointing out as well that Germany only have 1 chance to perform.
As do all the big 5.
So that can go against it. So it is a blessing and a curse, but we'll see. For now, we both like it.
Yeah, I really, really do.
It's got longevity, so,
you know,
hopefully it's going to be a hit. So now we go to the other of the big 5. The last one to declare is France. And this is...
Amir.
Amir with Cherché.
Beautiful French there. A lot of hype around this record, by the way. In terms of us recording this, it came out today. And a lot of hype. Again, like most of these videos, this is the first time we've heard them. So, we're excited. So let's take a listen. Merci beaucoup, Amir, avec J'ai Cherché. Doing good, actually.
Très bon.
I could do the results. For France, I couldn't dream of it.
You can count to 12 in French, though, so...
Except number 11, handily enough. And number 9. Anyway, I digress. That is interesting. Let's hear your thoughts.
I love it. I love it. I'm sick to my back teeth of the country thing. That we all know. We all know that. I'm never going to like it. But apart from that, I think this is really strong, very different for France. France is a weird one because they always send different acts and they try really hard. It's always, I don't know if it's the juries or the public or the two combined. They never seem to get a fair shot at things.
No.
They've had Twin,
which in our opinion,
which was so much fun, and it came last and hardly had any points. That was in 2014.
We think though the performance of that
it was
might
a
have
little
let it
bit
down.
shoddy.
It was a little bit shoddy.
And then last year it had a sweeping power ballad. Then they had Angun in
Echo,
2012 with Echo, amazing.
Which was a bit like the German song that we just said. When we watched the contest, we hated that song. And in the last couple of weeks, it has been one of our most played songs on our Spotify. So,
and weird. It's also interesting to see how this will do, given that it's in French and English. They could have easily done this entire track in French, but I think this is going to do well. Obviously, it's automatically in the final. I'm predicting this is going to be in the top 10.
Okay, top 10.
Yeah.
Which would be great for a Big Five country. It is a battle of the French language songs, though, because Austria, as we previewed a couple of weeks back, is it Zoe? Zoe with Loin de Sea. An amazing song, one of our favourites so far in the competition. That is entirely in French, even though they are a Austro-German speaking country, which is interesting. It would be interesting to see how they go along. Now, without sounding like one of these people who go on about political bias and all this type of stuff, I do always wonder how a song will do under the circumstances of the last 12 months in relation to France. Without going into too much detail, people have been very, very sympathetic to the people of France, understandably, because of the events that have happened. Will that translate to Eurovision? Is what I wonder.
And we have the same thing with Ukraine as well.
Like, let's go back many, many years before the semi-finals even existed, and let's look at the United Kingdom's entries around 2003, 2004, around the time of the Iraq War. Now, granted, they weren't the best songs, but there was a lot of talk that they were not getting points because of the Iraq War. Now, I know chalk and cheese and two completely different things. A lot of Western countries aren't giving points to Russia because of things going on there. So possibly there might be a bit more of an admiration for France this year. And hopefully they're judging it on the song rather than anything else, because actually this song is absolutely fantastic. Yes, it is a bit country, but for some reason I didn't realise it was country until you said it. Because...
And that could just be me.
It could just be you because you're really tuned into it now with this country theme, but I didn't really notice it, and it didn't bother me because I just heard a really, really strong track with great vocals, really, really fun to listen to. I'd say one of the strongest French entries in a good few years, and I wish it all the luck because I think it's going to do well. I do think maybe a top 10 song there as well. But looking at all the other songs so far, we've gone through about 22, 23 songs by now.
Yeah.
And there isn't a huge amount that we're absolutely in love with. We probably have a top 10 in our heads, and actually after that it's like, well, the rest of you can go home.
And I think everyone is really excited to see the Big Five do well. I think everyone wants to see what would happen if any of them win. Obviously we had Germany was the most recent one, but I mean Spain, France, the UK, Italy. I mean all of them deserve a chance.
In equal measure to everyone else as well.
So this is why them automatically having a place in the final is a curse at times, because they're only there for that one night. That's the only time you get to hear their performance, and if it isn't the best performance, they come last.
And let's bear in mind as well, this year there's the changes to the voting structure.
Yes.
So you mentioned with one of the songs earlier on, was it France? Yes, it was France that you said about, whether it's the juries or whether it's the public. Now it's both.
It's more transparent though.
Yeah.
Now.
And now there's a chance that if a song like this gets rated very, very well with the public, but not so much with the jury, there's a chance it could still leapfrog over and do very, very well. I think a song like this, and actually in general the big five countries, I think are going to be the ones who benefit most from these changes.
Yeah.
And actually hearing the songs that we've heard so far, in fact we've heard all the big five songs now at this point, probably we're both in a bit of agreement, with the exception of Spain, and I know that might be controversial. They are all all in a very, very strong position now to do well, given the fact that they are being judged in a different way this year. It depends on the impact that they make with the public. It is possible that they do well. Italy, the last couple of years, have done very, very well. So
and can I just say that the big five are all singing either entirely or somewhat in English. Every single one of them.
So Spain is moving over to... Oh, it is in English already.
It's partly in English. Italy is the only one that there's a bit of confusion over whether... I mean, obviously, because there was confusion over the act when they chose it, there's confusion over whether it will be sung in Italian or English. I adore the Italian version. I don't think they should change it to English, but the consensus, I think, is that they are. So
wait and see.
That's interesting, though, that all five of them will sing in English. So is that going to help them? Who knows?
We shall see. But I feel like I lie down after all that, because we've gone through quite a few countries. We did mention a couple of weeks back that we expected Czech Republic to have declared. They haven't yet. I'm expecting it in the next few days.
A delay in that or something. So,
but there's quite a few countries still to come this week. Israel,
Macedonia,
Australia,
Calliope is coming. Calliope is coming.
Poland, many, many more countries over the next couple of weeks. Thank you so much for watching this and the other videos over the last couple of weeks.
But keep watching.
Yeah, duh. And we will have more stuff once we are done with reviewing all the songs in our shady, bitchy way.
So like, comment, subscribe, share. Annoy your friends, tweet us your thoughts.
Send us postcards,
all that. Bye.
Bye.